All right, we are back. Trash talking with the old heads. Do not forget, please hit that like and subscribe button. Your support is definitely appreciated. YouTube, Facebook. We are on X now, formerly known as Twitter. So do not forget to hit it. Trash talking with the old heads. Now, fellas, we got to roll into this wild card weekend. One of the best football weekends of the year. A lot of big
It's the
matchups.
most wonderful time of the year.
You already know the best time and the worst time because it's almost over. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we still got basketball going. You know what I'm saying? College basketball, pro basketball. This is one of my favorite times of year. Of course, my birthday this month. What y'all gonna drop in your boys' cash app on the 24th?
Yeah, we got you. We got
Drop a
you.
little,
We gonna
drop a
pin
little
some
dough.
dollars. We're gonna pin some dollars on you. Pin some dollars on
Yeah,
the donkey.
take me to Magic City.
Magic City. Let's
Take
go.
take me to Al's Crossroads.
Owls.
Wesley's Booby Trap. Head to George Jasper. Y'all ever see? Y'all know what Wesley's Booby Trap? The Sweaty Crack.
Hey,
Take me
man.
to Joy Taylor's house.
Hey, just take you to the Fox studio.
Take me to Fox Studios, baby.
Fox studio, wherever Joy Taylor at. Chargers,
Take me-
Texans, man. We're going to run through these kind of quick, man. Chargers, Texans, man. Key to the game. Who you got?
Who you going with? Jerry or me? Who going? Let Jerry go.
Jerry, who you got, bro?
I'm going with the old ball coach. I don't give a piss about home field advantage.
You can't say that. You cannot say that.
I don't give a piss about it.
That is
a lot of times this season I've gone with Miko's ability to coach and defensive game plan, but not against the old ball coach. I'm going hardball ball. I think they get it done in his first year of coaching this team. He's corrected some of the issues he's had with his starting quarterback in Herbert. Herbert's been playing well. They stay dedicated to the run game like a good NFL team should. And I think they get it done and get their first playoff win in a long time. I'm going hardball ball for sure.
All right. Greg?
First and foremost, let me call my boy Roll Tide Willie and let him know that somebody tried to steal his copyrighted words. Those phrases are only for Alabama fans and Alabama fans only.
And I am not confused as an Alabama fan. You best believe that.
Well, don't use our words then. Let me go with I don't give a piss about none but D'Amico Ryans, baby, because he's a Roll Tide alumni, and we are going with the Texans. I think C.J. Stroud is he's had a bad year. I ain't gonna say a bad year, but he definitely didn't do what he did last year. So this is the game where he can kind of put a little bit of that aside. I like the Texans defense, even though they've been kind of up and down this year, to put pressure on Herbert. Herbert has been not what they said he was, and I expect that to continue. He hadn't been what everybody said he was. Everybody had him as top 4-5 quarterback in the league for ever since he been in the league. Yeah, he been up there. He been up there right below tier 1, right below the Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and before
he come up in that next group.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 years ago, he was in that
in the
Josh
group,
Allen,
right.
Burrow.
Right.
He's been in the top 10 discussion almost his whole career, and that's fair. Top 10, that's fair.
I didn't say top 10. I said right below the top 4.
I think
I hadn't seen
it off doing having accomplished nothing.
He has
which
been
is
no
why
less
nobody
than
would
7
have
or
him in
8.
the top 5 right there.
He has been no less than 7 or 8 in the rank.
Top 10. Okay. Top 10.
When you say top 10, you looking at 9, 10 rank. He ain't done what Dak has done. He shouldn't be above Dak in my eyes. If you're gonna give Dak
he's not
winning playoff games, then we shouldn't be giving Herbert no credit because he ain't
he's
won a
not.
I
playoff
agree.
game.
He's not above that. I would say that he's not above
Okay,
that.
all right. Well, last night as I pondered and considered and reasoned, meditated on my thought on my Texans,
We must protect this house.
I've come around. They've been pissing me off
He left
for
the
a
key in
month.
the front door on the outside.
And after meticulous study and prudent calculations, I'm going Texans.
Oh, look at this dude.
We must protect this house.
Get this dude out of here, man. Get this
Going
dude out
Texans.
of here. Get
At
this
We must
home.
protect this house.
At home, CJ will have a good game. The defense will be flying around. D'Amico will have him ready to play.
Let's go, Will Anderson.
Texans by 7.
Let's go, Henry Tuatoa, or
Okay.
whatever your last name. Let's go, Mechie.
Well, I will say this.
Nico Collins and company get it done.
I will say this. Was this like what we got? Like 2 shows the fans don't need to watch. With Dante saying he off the Texans. So the last 2 shows.
No,
y'all-
I'm off
y'all
the
would
Texans.
have to-
I'm off the Texans to the Super Bowl, is what I said.
No. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. That boy got some win.
But they will win this wild card game. You can book that shit. Book that shit. They will win this game.
Old
Still-
ball coach.
Ravens. Greg,
We must protect this house.
you got. We know who you got.
Still, is that
Marvelous.
even a question, man? Stop it.
Marvelous.
Now, I'm a little bit concerned because Zay Flowers isn't there.
8 Flowers missing in action.
And that's been part of, y'all know me. I've been on the Ravens bandwagon all season. I've been with Lamar, and I've said historically, my thoughts about Lamar has been he has to improve as a quarterback, as a passer. He's done that. He's taken steps in the right direction. Now, is he the best passer in the league as far as just pure passer? No. But his rating says so. His stats says so. But one thing that he has not had is dynamic wide receivers. Other than last year and this year. Last year, Zay was a dynamic wide receiver, but he was, he ain't top 10 wide receiver material. He was a rookie last year, and not having him in this game against a team that they have historically struggled against gives me cause to pause, gives me cause of being concerned about this game. However, it's Ravens in Baltimore against I ain't gonna say a piss poor, but a mid-ass Pittsburgh Steelers team. Mid. They got a mid quarterback, a mid running game, mid wide receivers, and a mid defense. Defense is a little bit above mid. I ain't gonna call their defense mid.
Upper mid.
Yeah, they upper mid, right between mid and good.
Right.
They medium.
They right in this middle.
Okay.
Ravens by 3.
I'm going Steelers. I'm going Tomlin.
Give it to him, G. You know what he protecting.
Over the Ravens, who are minus their Pro Bowl wide receiver. Why you trying to put him in the ranking? He's a Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl this year. They are missing their
I was referring to last year, and I did say he was dynamic. Did I not say he was dynamic?
You said he was more dynamic last year.
I said he was more dynamic this year. I said he was dynamic last year, but he was a rookie last year.
Well, you're the editor. You'll see it. You'll see what you said. But anyway,
I know what I said because I said it.
They will, because they are missing their Pro Bowl wide receiver for this game. It's Steelers all day, because the thing, in my opinion, that Lamar Jackson struggles with, he's better at throwing to receivers or targets that come open. He's not the best at timing routes. He's not the best at throwing receivers open, and that's something he's going to have to do now that he's minus his best wide receiver. So leaning on Henry is what they better do. They better lean on him to the very end, and get ahead, because if they get behind and they got to throw the ball, which, you know, these games are, I don't think this game is going to be high scoring. I think Tomlin will have his defense tuned up. It's going to be a little bit harder for Lamar Jackson to get his improved passing game off with him being down his very best receiver in this game. Tomlin does a great job of scheming against this team. The last meeting was definitely not indicative of that. But, you know, the Ravens' improved defense had a lot to say in that game the last time they met.
Let me say this with you attempting to put and credit Zay Flowers for majority of Lamar Jackson's success.
That's not what he did, but okay.
Hey, that's how you framing it. So, you know what I'm saying? You can couch it because you know I'm finna hit you with the truth. Zay Flowers has 1,059 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson has 4,100 yards passing and 41 touchdowns. So he had 37 more touchdowns to other players on the team and another 3,000 yards to other players on the team. Wide receivers, tight ends. They still got Likely. They still got Andrews. Bateman has had a better season than he's ever had. And what no one is factoring in, and hopefully Todd Monken does, they've never had Derrick Henry in their backfield.
And they better use them, because Zay Flowers, why are you trying to discredit their Pro Bowl wide receiver again?
That's not what I did. I didn't try to discredit him.
Zay Flowers helps all those other 37 players get open because he's their best wide receiver. He's their best route runner. He's their speed guy. He's their guy that can come over the middle.
So you telling me that they double team Zay Flowers?
Zay Flowers is the wide receiver. Is their number one wide receiver. He's the guy that Lamar is expecting to get open or get somebody else open every time he's up under center and they have a run. Then they have a passing play call. So that's what I'm saying. And I got Mike Tomlin doing what he always does against Lamar Jackson, scheming up the right play calls on defense to bottle him up, to make him unsure of himself. And we keep this Lamar Jackson, what if in the playoffs going. I got the Steelers winning the game.
Oh, man. Well, I got the Ravens, but I think it's going to, like Jerry said, it's going to go back to being those older games that they play against each other. It's going to be a 3-point game, I think. But I got the Ravens winning, though. You know what I'm saying? I think the Ravens still win. It got a lot closer without Zay Flowers for me, too, though. You know what I'm saying? That makes That makes it more. I'm just saying, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I think that makes it more interesting. You know what I'm saying? With Zay Flowers being out, but I think the Ravens still have enough to beat the Steelers, because I'm with Greg. Everything about the Steelers is mid as hell. Everything about them. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing they do extremely well where you can say, other than the long balls to Pickens, and that hadn't even been working lately.
Moon balls.
Moon balls. So give me the Ravens, man. Commanders, Buccaneers. Greg, who you got?
Give me them Bucks. Even though I'm gonna be rooting for Commanders to win, Jaden Daniels, I want him to upset. I don't like Baker Mayfield whatsoever, but that offense, Bucky Irvin has been phenomenal. He's been he's been surprising at running back. Mike Evans has been who he's been, even though, you know, 1,000 yards. Yeah, that ain't what it used to be.
Oh, it is not.
With 17 games, and then you having to get that last little pass in to get him 1,000 yards just to get him over 1,000.
Right.
Okay, I get it. You know, that speaks to the longevity and the greatness of Mike Evans. So I'm not going to take anything from him. Just
longevity. Oh, okay.
Shots fired.
Is that a shot at LeBron? Is that a shot at LeBron?
It was.
I mean,
he-
we're not gonna go there. I mean, Mike Evans ain't Jerry Rice,
He is not.
and LeBron ain't Mike Evans, so they ain't nowhere in the same tier type players. So stop it. LeBron ain't having to wait till the last game of the season to try to get his 40,000th point. He's getting them during the course of the season when it matters. So
Gary, who you got? Commanders, Bucks. Who you got, bro?
Man, wow. I'm gonna go against the experienced Buccaneers, and I'm gonna go with the young gun, Jaden Daniels. I've liked this young man all season. He did stumble in the middle of the season, but that was due to injury. He has the propensity to lift this team above their capabilities. He is the needle mover on this squad. I think they get it done without the experience. Now their defense is woeful, and it's been woeful all season. But Jay Daniels, he's been the truth all year. I love his poise. I love his pocket presence. I like the way he tries to maintain his mechanics when he's back there in the pocket, and he keeps his head upfield, looking for his receivers in scramble mode and the whole nine. I like what he's done. I'm definitely not a Commanders fan, but I'm a fan of the ex-Seminole, Jaden Daniels, for sure.
All right. Man, I went back and forth on this one like all night, man. I'm gonna go with the fighting Baker Mayfields, even though Jerry, my heart kind of with Jaden. I think everybody kind of is. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Jaden win this game, but I for some reason I just think the Bucks will get it done. Baker Mayfield will find a way to get this one done. Um, yeah, at home, really, it's just the home field advantage for me on this one. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Bucks are a great team by any stretch. They are beatable. I think Jaden will have success against the Buccaneers. This isn't one of those
home field for Jaden. Home field for Jaden.
Yeah, this isn't one of those old school Buccaneer defenses. They're not as good as they were even a couple years ago. So he'll have success, but I think the Bucks find a way to win this game because I don't trust the Commander defense either. They're pretty below mid too. You know what I'm saying? So I think both offenses will score points, but I think Baker will find a way to win it. Packers, Eagles. Greg, who you like, bro?
EAGLES Eagles. And there's not a lot to say about this game
With
other than
Jalen not practicing for real until yesterday.
I mean he it was
I
just
think
more
he admitted
safety.
they like 16 days.
Yeah, it's just just precautionary reasons. It was a
I'm saying you're not worried
concussion.
about rust.
No, because they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball with Saquon. Now it's gonna be tough to run against the Pack. The Pack got a good defense, but it's also gonna be equally tough for Josh Jacobs to do what he need to do. And I think it's gonna be a smash mouth game. I think we saw what Love looks like under pressure. They don't have their home run threat in Christian Watson.
Yep.
Um, I think Devontae and Alex Brown will do just enough to help Jalen Hurts out in this game, and I like how they played all season long. So EAGLES Eagles, let's go, baby! Philly
Fly
cheesesteak.
birds, fly birds, fly birds, fly. Listen, I hadn't liked the Packers all season. I hadn't liked them all season. Eagles faced them first game of the season this year, and they won. I didn't see an improvement in my eyes of the Packers. The Packers lost damn near every game against a team above 500. I think they lost every game against the playoff teams,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a believer in this Packer squad at all. I got the Eagles all day. I got Super Bowl experience, playoff experience, a superstar in Saquon, who when they've allowed him to be the lead. He has proven that he is a generational talent on this squad. Eagles all day. The defense got better over the season. I think they put a total team effort in. The 16 days rest for Jalen Hurts will definitely help him. But like G said, they're going to run the ball and stay committed to that, and not stress Jalen in the passing game too much. Running game gets going, play action gets going, RPOs get going. I don't think the Packers stand a chance in this game. I think they win by 10 points.
Yeah, it's 3 for 3. I got the Eagles too, man. It's the Eagles D for me. And you said you didn't see the pack improvement. I didn't see much improvement in Jordan Love. Everybody had him as an MVP candidate coming off 9 games last year. And I told everybody on the slow your roll. Slow your roll. He got hot, yes. Did he get hot last year? Absolutely. As hot as you can get. As hot as probably anybody's ever been in 9 games. But it's still 9 games. Everybody just forget all the games that came before that last year. And this year, I think he came back down to earth to what he probably is. You know what I'm saying? He's good. He's a nice quarterback. He's not what he was in those 9 games. Nowhere near that is what he is. You know what I'm saying? So give me the Eagles. And like I said, the Eagles defense, I think, will hold him in check, especially without any real deep threat, without, like Greg said, without Watson. I'm kind of with you, Jerry. This one could get ugly. You know what I'm saying? If, again, Jalen, is he really ready to go? That's my only concern with him having just been back to practice yesterday. That's a little concerning for me on how rusty will he be. It's definitely got to be a Saquon game. You know what I'm saying? An offensive line game, lean on the pack. But that's not, like Greg said, it's not going to be easy to do. You're not going to just run the ball down their throat. I can't see it. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. It's going to be one of those games. I think it's going to be a really good game, but I think they win by at least 7. Touchdown for me. Touchdown favorite. Because the Pack.
I got him. I got him by 6. I'm gonna go Eagles. We haven't been picking a score, but I'm gonna go Eagles 27, Packers 21.
Yeah, I got 28.
No, let me take that down. I got it 17-23 or something like that. It's gonna be in that range.
27-17.
27-20 or 28-21, something like that. Maybe 27-20. You know what I'm saying? Broncos, Bills, the one nobody really talking about, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really think the Broncos can win this game. You agree, Jerry? Do they have a shot in hell?
They have a small shot because they have a decent defense. They're playing against a Bills team who's, they're led by their superstar. They call them Superman, what have you. In Josh Allen. Damn near no-name offense. But I think without superstars in this offensive lineup, I think Josh has shown us one of his better years because he's had to play from a purity standpoint of the game and definitely be not a game manager, of course, because that's not him, but be on his P's and Q's. He's cut down on his turnovers, which that was just him, forcing crazy balls or trying to force crazy balls down the field. He's cut that down tremendously. He's been atop the MVP chatter all season, whether deserved or not. I don't know. For the record, I got Lamar Jackson as the MVP. But they get it done. They get it done against the Broncos, whose offense will not be able to keep up with what Josh Allen does on the field when the offense has the ball.
Greg?
Is a pig's pussy poke? Of course they got a shot. The Bills, they're not world beaters. Josh Allen is. So if they can contain.
They beat the Chiefs. That's not the world.
Nah. They, anybody can beat anybody. It's the NFL, man. Any given Sunday. They beat the Chiefs, but they also lost to the who beat them? Was it the Bills? I mean no, it wasn't the Lions. They lost to somebody that they shouldn't have lost to recently. Oh, no, they lost
Texans.
to the Rams. They lost to the Rams recently. That was the game. I thought it was the Rams. I had to
They
go
weren't
back and
playing
look.
for, I don't know.
Huh?
They weren't playing for anything though.
Yep.
Yeah, they were. They were
What?
playing for
Yeah,
they
for what?
they still had a shot to win the division, win the conference. They had just beaten the Chiefs. They still needed the Chiefs to lose. You don't remember that?
Nah, you might be right. You might be
Yeah,
right.
they've only lost 3 games all season. Or is it 4? But before
They've
that,
lost 4 games.
before
13.
that they was 2
I didn't
losses. They had
I didn't think
right
they.
before they lost to the Rams, they only had 2 losses. And then they just got this last loss because they sat everybody.
Okay, all right.
So it was still in play. The conference was still in play,
Yeah, I
especially with the
agree with
win
you.
over the Chiefs.
I think Denver
So
got a shot too, man. I really do. I think Denver
yeah,
got a shot.
it's only if they defense can keep Josh Allen in the pocket. They secondary can keep up with that. I said this. I think we talked about it last week. But they secondary can definitely play with Buffalo secondary. It's not a mismatch. I
Yeah, because
think I'd give.
Buffalo defense is not that good. They really aren't that
They
good.
really not.
They're really not that good.
Really not. They're not. That's what I mean by world beaters. Josh Allen's offense is, but their defense isn't.
Right.
They can get after you. They can, if they put you in predictable situations where you have to throw the ball, they can get
Right.
they can get after you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you behind. And you know what I'm saying? But if they have to have a stop and it's a tight game, do I trust them to get that stop over other teams? I can't say that I could. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about this that's real sneaky about Denver, the couple games that I watched them this year, late in the season when they had to have wins, is that they can run the ball.
Yeah. And they get after the quarterback, man. They average more sacks per game than anybody in the league. They're 3.7 per game. They can get after the quarterback. That's what's and their offensive line is really good. And that's another sneaky thing about them. So it's
Now,
like
their defense has kind of struggled over the last 4 games outside of the Chiefs game, which the Chiefs
right,
sat everybody.
right.
But, prior to that, they've been giving up 24, 25 points a game. When they was prior to that stretch, they were really shutting folks down, not like totally shutting them down, but they was, people weren't scoring more than 13, 16 points on them. They was
rookie quarterback.
And that's the thing.
Quarterback.
I mean, at this point, he's 17 games in. I mean, I don't think that part's going to be the big thing. I just think he won't be able to keep up. I think the Bills defense will be able to get more stops than Denver's will, because he doesn't have the weapons to keep up. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's gonna. I understand. The Bills are not that great defensively, but I think they make him look like a rookie quarterback. Pressure in the playoffs.
All right, I guess we'll see on that one. But I think we all picking Buffalo, right? I got the Bills.
Yeah, I got Buffalo.
Got Buffalo.
Definitely.
Last one. They just moved this one. They did move this one to Arizona. So Vikings, Rams. Not that the Rams have a big home field advantage anyway, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they moved that one to Arizona because of the wildfires. But it's like, hell, most of the time their stadium is half filled with the opponents anyway. So it's like, yeah, it shouldn't be a big deal for them anyway. So
ain't nobody from Minnesota going way out there.
Hey, I don't know, bro. The playoffs. Minnesota got a fan base, bro. Who you got, G?
Damn, I would have the Rams, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Vikes in a shootout.
Okay. Jared?
I'm going the Fighting Matt Staffords. The Fighting Matt Staffords take this game. Sam Darnold continues to sprout pumpkin seeds
against a defense that's trash. He's been sprouting pumpkin seeds against bad defenses. I can tell you that.
Right.
The Rams have been playing inspired football, as was led by their leader Matt Stafford. That's who I'm putting the game on. Do they have enough defense to stop the Vikings from running it up? Hell, I don't know. We don't know. But I believe in Matt Stafford, playoff success, Super Bowl winning DNA gets this game won in Arizona. And this helps lower the bag for
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Man, it's hard for me to pick Sam Darnold right here. And he's the only holdup for me right here for real. I would say Vikings. Man, it's hard for me to trust Sam Darnold in this spot. It really, really is. You know what I'm saying?
All right, hey man, y'all can keep. You know,
But I'm gonna
saying?
pick him. I'm gonna pick him.
You better.
I'm gonna pick the Vikes, man.
Listen.
It's a tough pick, but I got to pick them. You know what I'm
Listen
saying?
to this. The fighting Matt Staffords have scored outside of their game against Buffalo 12, 19, 13. And I don't know if they played the last game against Seattle. But
No.
that wasn't against the Steelers, the Ravens defense, hell, even the Broncos defense. That was against the trash-ass Arizona Cardinals, the sorry-ass New York Jets, and the boo-boo stinking ass San Francisco 49ers.
You had to take a shot, right? Had to take a shot. Man. See, I left your Cowboys out of the show today. Trying to show a little respect. You know what I'm saying? You want to take shots in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You want to take shots in this bitch. You've seen our ass.
Now, they won all three of those trash-ass games, but they ain't scored over 20 points one of those games.
Yeah.
And you think they're going to win a shootout?
Yeah, I feel
Which they could possibly, but the Vikings defense ain't trash.
I was just about to say, my bet is that the Vikings defense will play better this game. You know what I'm saying? That
right. They'll get after Stafford.
Yeah, they'll get after Stafford.
Yeah. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp ain't Jordan Jefferson and
Vikings by 3. 28.
They not who?
Jordan Addison.
31-28.
Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are not Jordan Jefferson and Jordan Addison. They're not.
It's a good matchup, though. It's a nice matchup. But give me the Vikings 31-28. I'm gonna go Vikes.
Them boys nice though.
Vikings 34, Rams 21.
Oh shit. Okay, you got a blowout.
I got a blowout.
21.
Saying it with my chest.
21.
21-20
Rams.
New segment. Say it with your chest. Coming next week.
So I'm saying it with my chest. Blowout. Vikings over the Rams.
So let me go ahead and give you this. Let's do this cash talk, baby. We got to win this money. Got to win this money like I did last night on that 16 parlay, baby. Yes, sir. Yes,
hey,
sir.
man, we're going to need you to bring those bets to this cash talk because you was horrible last week.
Yes, sir. That's why I was sitting there making it up, my boy. I was like, I need an old 16 parlay in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Put all 200 on it and won 1,025. Let me get that.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
We're going to do better this week, though. Give me them Texans +3 versus the Chargers. Give me them points. When I thought about it, man, I'm like, they're at home. DeMeco Ryans, he got a defense. And really, I did look at the number. I'm like, man, their defense has been playing well all year. It's not that like the Chargers are a juggernaut on offense. They're not going to score a lot of points. So give me the Texans to keep it with now. They could lose, but give me them to keep it within 3 at home. So I think that's a pretty safe bet. One we just talked about, man, give me the Vikings minus the 2.5. They've been the better team all year, and I like the better team come wild card round. Give me the team that's been more consistent all year long to win the game. Give me the Vikings minus 2.5. And I think, like we just talked about, that defense will show up. Give me the Steelers. Give me the 9.5. I got them at 9.5 a few days ago. I'm going to have to stick with that, man. Actually, the Zay Flowers injury really helped me make that pick. You know what I'm saying? Thinking he may be out. They were talking about it early in the week. So that I think this is going to be closer to what the Steelers-Ravens games have been, which is 3-point games, bare knuckle, get after it. They keep Lamar kind of bottled up. Don't let him run a lot. I don't think Derrick Henry will have the same kind of game he had the last game. And people forgetting that last game, had Russ not fumbled that ball, that's a different game. That could have been a much different game had he not fumbled that ball. So give me the Steelers to go back to doing what they normally do against the Ravens. I still think the Ravens win, but give me the
But y'all
Steelers
want to
definitely,
bring y'all want to
definitely
bring
to
that
keep it
y'all want
within
to
now.
bring that up about the changes. Had Lamar Jackson and the wide receiver not had a miscommunication on that zag route, it could have been a much different game. So those plays tend to happen.
Yeah, but in this matchup, like I said, the plays are normally pretty even. And if you look at the history of this matchup, the last 5-6 years, these are close games. That was the outlier that last game. They got most
Okay,
of the games
I see
before
what you're
that,
saying now. You
you know,
saying it wouldn't have been
yeah,
a blowout had he not fumbled that ball.
right. And so just for me, for it to be a normal Steelers-Ravens game, I think that's what this is going to be. Just one of them games where both fronts are going to be really getting after the quarterbacks. I think TJ Watt going to have a big game. They're going to keep this game close. I'm with you, G. I think the Ravens win because they're the more talented team. But I think the Steelers just know how to play them. You know what I'm saying? So they keep it within the 9.5.
Jared just want to hate on Chris Broadnax. That's all. This is what this is about. This is
No,
all this is about. This is
I
all.
picked
Chris,
I
if
picked the
you out
Steelers
there, I
every
got your
game
back,
against
brother.
the Ravens. Every game I picked them.
Chris, I got your back. Had you not
I
been so hard-headed about what we've been saying about Lamar in the past and about what I was saying about Lamar in the past, he may not be rooting against your team as hard as he's doing.
well, I'm
I'm
I'm I'm
just
just
putting it
gonna
out there, Jerry.
I
You
just
hating
keep
on
it
the man.
honest. I just keep it
Oh,
honest about Lamar Jackson. That's all. Honest.
no, you don't.
Yeah,
If you
dude.
was keeping it honest, you would say he's a better passer this year. Can you say
I
that?
did. Did I not say that? I said that, Dante.
I
I
ain't never
said
heard you say that one time this year.
I said it when we picked the games. That was one of the first things I said.
Okay.
All right. So Greg and I got the Ravens. Jerry picking the upset and going with the steel curtain. And basically, I guess that's all got to be all about Mike Tomlin because that's the only damn thing that can give you any kind of hope that they're going to win this game. Is you're betting on Mike Tomlin to make the right decisions at the right times. But I'm going to keep it on the field with the players. Ravens got better players. Give me the Ravens. So,
Jim Harbaugh ain't no slouch either, so I don't know.
no, he is not. He is
It's
not.
not no coaching mismatch out there.
No, it is not.
It's John Harbaugh. I said Jim.
John Harbaugh, yeah. So let's switch sports. Got to go to the association right quick. Your boy Jimmy Buckets out here acting an ass down in Miami, and we all know what it's about. It's about the money. You know what I'm saying? He want a new bag. You know what I'm saying? Pat Riley, like, nigga, you getting old, playing less games. So, Greg, one, should they trade him? And if so, where should he go?
Just like I said earlier, and like that boy that Memphis pimp said a few years ago, is a pig's pussy pork. Hell yeah, they should goddamn trade his ass. He done. He has shown you his colors in his hair and in his soul and his person.
Nice.
If he don't get his way, he is going to act a fool. And I'm not to say that Jimmy shouldn't want to be traded, but the way he's going about it, pouting, being disruptive, obviously, in press conferences with what his statements, they suspended him for conduct detrimental to the team. So I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure he has a history of, acting up in the locker room and practices. He was commended for going at Minnesota. We all took Jimmy's side on that, but he's starting to leave a trail of bodies. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever he goes. Yeah, we blame Tibbs for him leaving Chicago, right? Or whoever the coach. I think it was Tibbs at the time he left Chicago and some of the stuff that was going on in Chicago. We blame the Minnesota organization and Cat and Andrew Wiggins for how he acted up. And I kind of see where he's coming from with Pat Riley, you know what I'm saying, being so hard-nosed with it. But Jimmy got to understand that the organization is going to do what the organization is going to do. You have to do what you got to do, what's best for you, but you also have to have a level of integrity and I ain't going to say sportsmanship, but some type of values that says, okay, if my contract ain't going a certain way, then I'm not just gonna blow the team up. And you know what I'm saying? And I can request to be traded without being a disruption.
Right.
Yeah. You know, so it's just to me it's kind of I can see both sides of the equation, but I blame more Jimmy for being an asshole in this situation and just realizing that this is business. They're not going to pay you $50 million for you being at 35 years old, you not being a top echelon. Jim ain't never been a top 15, marginally top 15 type player.
Right.
Some in some aspects, maybe top 10, maybe in the top 15 to 10.
He got a lot of playoff runs. He got a lot of credit for playoff.
Marginally 15 to 10 in that 15 to 10 range.
Jim is, yeah, he's definitely top 15. Come on, man.
Not year after year, maybe a year here or a year there, but on a year-to-year basis, he ain't a top 15 player. Come on, man. What years was he top 15?
Ever since he went to Minnesota, in my opinion, Jimmy has been a top 15 player for Minnesota all the way up until now. Now this year would be the outlier because this year he appears to be underperforming on purpose.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get it in my mind. Joker, Luka, Shea, SGA, Giannis, and y'all say Brunson a superstar. Tatum. All right, I'm just trying to. Jaylen Brown, Anthony Davis, LeBron,
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Kevin
He's
Durant.
in there. Jimmy is a top 15 player and has been.
Jokic,
when he was in his first year in Minnesota, his first year in Minnesota, he took Minnesota to third in the East. We don't even have to talk about getting the Miami Heat to the finals twice.
I mean, I guess you can.
That's a top 15 player. That's top 15 player ability.
When you're talking Booker and Lillard, and do you put him in? Is he in that next group right there? I guess.
As I said, I'm talking about year over year.
Year after year after year, right?
Year after year after year, consecutively. Now, again, he's asking for a $50 million contract.
60 in some cases, they saying 2 years, 120. You're like, what?
He ain't that type of player, Jerry.
He's not. Dude.
He not that.
Hold on. We can't even talk money because the money for everybody is astronomical and asinine when you're talking about pairing it against the ability of most of the NBA players.
You're talking about he's asking for
he's due
Steph Curry money.
I think he's due
for Steph Curry, LeBron James,
Kevin got a player option for 50.
Jokic money.
I think he's due $50-something million from Miami this coming year, which is why they are slowing their roll.
It's a player
right.
But he wants to opt out, though. He wants to opt out and get a 2-year deal.
And that's what I was speaking to, the business of. That's what I'm saying. The business of NBA basketball, you got your money. You got your bread. Now, you are 35 years old and you're not LeBron. You're not Jokic. You're not Greek.
But he is better.
But
he's better than Bradley Beal, who has a ridiculous contract.
Just got sent to the bench. Who just got sent to the bench.
Bradley Beal ain't finna get another contract though.
Not like that. He not right.
Not like that.
And Jimmy's not gonna get a huge. I don't believe Jimmy's gonna get.
They say Phoenix got one ready for him. They'll make the deal with Phoenix. I was reading last night, 2 years, 120 million. If they'll make the deal, because then Durant is willing to re-sign too if Jimmy comes. So they got a deal waiting on him.
Oh, but if that's the case, I read that last night. I remember that. If that's the case, then that'll probably get done because now Beal knows that Durant wants him out. So if Miami wants Bradley Beal,
they're saying Bradley Beal is not willing to waive his no trade. That's the holdup. Beal, like, nah, he got his family settled in Phoenix. He like it.
Man, that's crazy. I would definitely hit that road. Once your teammates don't want you there, it's time to hit the road, boss.
Man, but you want to go play with Tyler Hero as your number one option?
Man, listen. In my opinion, for me, playing basketball, you playing and getting paid. It don't matter where it is. You playing and getting paid. Your money is stupid. You can uproot your family. His kids are young. You can
But you
uproot
want to
them.
play with you want to go to Miami and play with some scrubs or stay with the two superstars. Now, come on, it can't be about winning sometime and then saying, okay, it don't matter where you play.
No, he gonna win. You can win in Miami with Bradley Beal, Tyler Hero.
You ain't winning no championship.
No, now that is true. That is true. But you couldn't win it with Butler either. So you're in the same boat.
But that's what I'm saying. I'll take my chance with KD and Devin Booker.
And for y'all saying that Jimmy Butler is a perennial top 15 player.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I don't think he is.
Okay, for Jerry and everybody
for me, he's been
who agree that Jimmy Butler is.
I have him as a top 15 ever since he left Chicago and went to Minnesota. His ability to lift his team.
How many times have he made the All-Star game since then?
Well, you can't. But the times that he hadn't made the All-Star, he should have been an All-Star. You can't go.
We know that the top players are going to be on the All-Star game. All-Star team.
Do not
Stats
go.
or not.
Please do not go to the All-Star voting to say whether or not this man is a top 15
We ain't talking about the All-Star voting
because the All-Star voting is a bunch of bullshit. That is the case.
Jared,
the time that he has missed
whether fans get the vote
more
on
than
it.
likely
These are the coaches. The coaches vote the reserves. The coaches vote the reserves.
Hey man,
outside of the top 5 on the East and the West,
and they still
rest of
get
it is the coaches voting.
Greg, they still get it wrong. That man has I remember specifically one year he missed it because they were trying to say that he wasn't a guard.
Ain't no perennial top 15 player only getting 2 All-Star votes. That's not happening. He's been a top 15 player, but it's not perennial. It's not year after year after year after year. That's what I'm saying.
Man, I don't give a damn about the All-Star votes and being an All-Star when we talking about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a difference maker. He's been the best player on the Miami Heat since he's been there. He was the best player in Minnesota while he was there. If that ain't top 10, if that ain't top 15, getting your team. And the second time they did it from a very low seed. Beat my Celtics and everything. So, yeah, this dude has the ability to lift a team, and for him to get the Miami Heat to the NBA Finals twice since he's been there, top 15.
That says more about the ragged ass East.
It says more about it.
There's
more about the team
because the Boston Celtics have been contenders. We've been to the finals twice and got us one. So we've been contenders the whole time. We've been Eastern Conference champs a bunch of times. So not a bunch of times, but we've been to the Eastern Conference. We've been to the Eastern Conference Finals a bunch of times. So saying that they had to go through a good team in order to get there, whether it was my Celtics
Jimmy Butler
or the Bucks or whoever.
I don't care what you're talking about.
Top 15.
You have to put for you to be the best player on the team. If you're going to give him all of that credit, him being given all of that credit, you have to have some points to show for it. Now, I give you that year, the 22, they got to 27 points a game. That was his best performance ever. But he has averaged over 20 points in the playoffs 3 or 4 times out of the 11 years he's been in the playoffs.
Like I said, he's a good player, but he's not
a good player.
Not transcendent like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, not to be commanding that type of money.
Commanding that, hey, give me my money or else. You're not that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying he.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying I have not said once that he is worth the money that he's asking for.
Okay.
Hell, I don't think a lot of these players are worth the money that they're getting. I'm not trying to pocket watch. I think the market determines that. The market that they're in is a great blessing to them and their families, but it's also a curse on when we're talking about ability versus potential. Jimmy, to me, is not a $50+ million player, but it's already in his contract. So at some point, he was a $50 million player. Like I said, if he can raise the Miami Heat with the talent that they've been to the finals with, to me that makes him a 15 top player. That also made him worth the money that he already had in his contract. Now, whatever he's asking for going forward, I don't know what the number is, but I would throw into my thinking in order to sign him to an extension of his age, because he came into the NBA as an older player. He wasn't an average rookie as far as his age and his mileage. And I would also throw in his propensity to get his potential to be hurt. He's missed a lot of games over his career. So that would factor into it for me. But he is the best player on the Miami Heat. He's definitely that.
That being said, I would love to see him paired with Chris Paul and Wemby as a San Antonio.
Look at there. Look at there. Look at there.
I think Wemby need a dose of toughness that I think him and Chris together could really lift the team up to that next level. So Spurs, get it together out here. Time to make a move around here. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely make the playoffs if they had Jimmy.
Yeah,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? And we're a definite playoff team. You put Jimmy Butler with the squad, you know what I'm saying? That would make us a definite.
That would make them a top 5 or 6 team in the West for sure.
Exactly. It definitely, I think, it raise us out of that play-in up to like that 6. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
man,
top
they say we in the mix.
They
say Phoenix is the front runner, but we in the mix. So hopefully, I don't know what we would have to give up. Probably Sohan and your boy, what's the shooting guard?
Barnes, Harrison Barnes.
Young shooting guard. They say that could be the whole.
Vassar.
Yeah, they may not want to give him up, but I would give him up. You know what I'm saying?
Or the Ricky, your Ricky from
Castle.
Yeah, from UConn. He's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I agree. So hopefully, maybe we in the mix. I think it would be a good move for Wemby to get somebody with that kind of mentality. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. We'll see. Let's move on, man. You had a big NBA game this week. Thunder, Cavs. Did y'all watch? I did. Did y'all watch it? Did y'all catch any of it?
I caught the fourth quarter.
Okay. All right. So did the Cavs prove they the best in the NBA, Jerry?
No, not to me.
God.
The Cavs.
You want to win 80.
The Cavs. Listen. They are on a franchise historical pace. I think the other day.
Franchise?
I think. Hold on. I think the win against the Thunder set them at a 73-game win pace for this season. That's impressive.
That ain't franchise.
It's very impressive. I don't think they're gonna win 73 damn games. Get out of here.
That's league.
The thing that I like about the Cavs, and I enjoy watching them play, is they have an old school mentality. And what I mean by that is they play a team, more of a team concept type of game. It's not just Donovan Mitchell's ISO ability interrupting what Garland brings to the team. Atkinson has meshed the two together very well. The improved play of Mobley, being able to stretch out and hit the corner 3. He's played much better in the post. When he gets a smaller player on him, he's like Joker. When he gets a smaller player switched on him, he going to the cup. He gonna turn his back and he gonna get a jump hook, or he gonna get a drop step or something. I like that dynamic on the team. They just play well together. They play smart basketball, and they're a defensive team. They play good defense, and that's been the things that helped them win. Now against the Thunder, I like the Thunder. The one thing I don't like about the Thunder is they have to play small ball. They don't have any other choice right now with Holmgren. not on the squad. You know, they're playing small forwards at 4. They got a lot of guards in the rotation or whatnot. I like what Shea is doing, but this is the second time they played a game that really meant something, and they wet the fucking bed. Against this Cleveland team, they wet the bed just like they did against the Bucks, where they didn't have their best on the floor. So I see a lot of question marks with this Thunder team. They're exciting to watch. They're refreshing to watch. Shea is definitely a worthy MVP candidate, but I'm starting to see that when they have something to play for, they nut up. That's what they're showing. Just like they did last year in the playoffs, they nutted up after having all the success they had last year. So do I think the Cavs are the best team in the league by record? Yeah, sure. Are they? No, I don't think anybody's better than my Celtics.
Greg?
You out your mind. You have
Rabbit
lost
ass.
your rabbit ass mind. Not rabbit, RABID, RABBIT. Bugs Bunny even. Come on, man. Are they the best team in the league? It's no question they're the best team in the league. We didn't ask you, Jerry, if you thought they were going to win the championship, but there's no doubt. Who's better? Who's better?
Boston.
How?
Based on what?
Why? Based on what reason? Yes.
Well, we got championship DNA.
Or based on
we got a
last
coach. We got a championship coach. We the champs until you beat us out of a championship.
No, that ain't how it goes.
I
don't
like
get a bye for the season.
I like the assortment of players that we have over them. You cannot convince me one iota that Donovan Mitchell, Garland, Mobley, and Allen is a better team than Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, Derek White, and Drew Holiday. You can't convince me of that.
Talking about that Derek White I told you was going to be a key cog for y'all a few years ago.
He turned out to be.
Hey, man, I'm going to put it like this. They don't have to have the name power as long as they are playing team ball.
Right.
Name power.
Yeah, and you mentioned names like those guys are just outside of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the rest of them are also just good players. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are not even great players. They're not superstars in my eyes. Jason Tatum can be. He can take that next step, but they just very good players. They're all-stars, and they can be beat, just like they've been beaten 10 times already this year. Or is it 11?
10.
They've been beaten 10 times already, to the Cavs 4 times. They're playing great ball, as you mentioned. You did a beautiful job in talking about how they play team ball, the pace that they're on. They are on pace to rival the Bulls and the Warriors, both of whom we know what happened. Now, the Warriors, the only reason why they ain't win the championship, they was one game of winning the championship, and that's because they played the King. So we ain't finna, poo-poo, what we're seeing here from this team.
It's
now,
because
again, that's
it's
different.
not.
The question is, are they the best team in the league right now? And it's a resounding yes. They played the second best team in the league, and they beat them.
Yeah, it's not even close right now. They're the best team playing this year so far. And that's the question. That's the spirit of the question. The best team.
We didn't ask you who's going to win the championship. We already know who you think going to win the championship.
Right. You show us that damn ugly ass green shit on. We know who you think going to win. We know. You with the Celtics. You the black man with the Celtics. We get it. You know what I'm saying?
The Cavs, you can't convince me that the Cavs are better than the Boston
league
Celtics
right now.
You can't do it. Can't do it.
I mean, it'll make you feel better about these.
I want to make a correction on what G had just said. He said something about that the Golden State Warriors lost because they ran into the Kane or whatever. They lost because
Dante,
Draymond
I knew that was
Green.
gonna get on to him.
They lost
I knew that was
because
gonna get to
Draymond
him.
Green was sat down and Bogut was injured for the rest of the playoff. That's why they lost.
Dante, did Draymond Green? If you heard this, I told you I didn't make it up. He said Andrew Bogut, dog. I knew that was gonna get to him. They lost because of LeBron. That's the reason why they lost. Okay, I don't care about no Draymond stinking ass Green being suspended one game. They had an opportunity to win 2 more games with Draymond. Am I right or am I wrong, Dante?
That is correct.
How many
Draymond
games
got suspended.
How many games did they win with the Golden State Warriors intact, no injuries? How many games did they win? Okay, I appreciate it.
4.
I appreciate it.
They won 4.
I appreciate it.
They won 4. They won 4 of them.
It.
They won 4 of them. They won 4 of them. And the NBA don't work like that. It's June. Everybody got some type of injury. Draymond was an idiot. He was a part of the team. That wasn't nothing new. Okay? So they lost because they lost. Quit trying to rewrite history. They lost because they ran into LeBron and the Cavs.
Missing starters, but okay.
And
Cavs are definitely the best team in the NBA, and the Thunder, when they get fully healthy, are going to be a problem.
And it's poetic justice is because the Cavs, and I know LeBron ain't on the Cavs, but it's the Cavs that's on pace to rival their record in the regular season.
The Thunder will not come out of the West this season as to play in the finals. That won't happen this year. They're still not ready. And the Cavs most definitely won't be
Jared.
in the finals.
So nobody needs to show up to the playoffs. Nobody needs to go. Just hand the trophy to the Celtics.
Hand it to the Celtics.
We like competing. We're not like, we're not no front runner. We like competing for the title. So
just crown them.
We'll beat the best team out of the West, and it won't be the Thunder.
You want to go ahead and crown their ass? Crown them.
Right.
We already crowned. We're the champions this year, so it's all
last year you were the champions. You're not the champions this year.
Until you beat the champions are the champions.
Again,
this is not wrestling or boxing.
For you, Jared. I got the field. You got the Celtics.
I want to see y'all put y'all money on y'all's team.
Oh, okay.
As soon as you're ready to put your money,
you so confident in the Celtics, you should take that bet.
You do not have to be
you don't have to bet.
You don't have to pick the Spurs, and you don't have to pick LeBron.
Hey,
pick a team, put your money there, and I'll bet.
I got the
America.
And I'll bet. And since it's 2 of y'all, I'll bet 50 against whoever you pick, and I'll bet 50 against whoever you pick. Okay, let's go.
Versus Boston. So, America, you are hearing what we have been alluding to when we say that Jerry claims that the Celtics are a dynastic team.
Oh, Lord, here we go. I have not said that my team
is his thinking.
I have not said.
But they were going to win back-to-back championships, though.
This is his thinking. He said that they were going to win 70 games this year.
Back-to-back don't make them dynastic.
Two championships. Back-to-back. I got the field. You got the Celtics.
Can't nobody beat them. The Celtics are the best team in the league. According to you right now.
Put your money on the team, and I'm betting.
The field. That's our bet.
Put your money on a team, and I will bet you that they will not win the title against my Celtics. Let's go.
You do remember that you were the one that initially suggested this bet.
Right. Then he changed it up. Got scared and changed it up.
Then got scared and changed it up. That's what's going down.
I did not initially set this bet against the field. I didn't do that. Y'all start chiming that shit in. And it's not going to work. If you want to bet against me and bet against my Celtics, pick any NBA team and put them up against my Celtics this year, and we can do it.
I'll bet you Kawhi ass ain't playing until they put these goddamn fires out. I'll bet you that shit. Let's move on to taking out the trash. This week, Kawhi Leonard stepping away from the team.
I can't believe we're doing this, but okay, let's go.
Yeah, Jerry. Stepping away from the team due to the LA wildfires. And again, like we said in the beginning, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody affected, especially those who lost their life. those who lost their homes. But this shit don't make no sense when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, bro. You're a multimillionaire, probably made $300-400 million or more. You can easily get your family out of the LA area, get them settled, and go play damn basketball, which is your fucking job. This shit is just stupid to me, dog. I'm not sure this dude want to play ball no more, dog. I always push back on it when people, oh, he don't want to play. Nah, the man got injuries, yada, yada, yada. But this one makes me feel maybe there's some validity to it, dog, that maybe this cat just don't care about playing ball no more. He just want to get paid. Because right now, to me, he's stealing, bro. You stealing. Take it away, Jerry. What you got, man? I just think he's stealing at this point, bro.
So the first thing I want to say is that, you know, I hope everything is well with Kawhi and his family. I hope nobody's been injured in the fires and whatnot. With that, you know, I definitely sympathize and have empathy for what everyone that's affected by what's going on in California. But I would have liked to have seen Kawhi take the JJ Redick approach, because JJ Redick, I believe, lost his home in the fire, or at least had some major damage to his home in the fires, and he was able to get his family out. But he was, you know, he stayed with the team, if I'm not mistaken. So I would like to see Kawhi have taken that approach, especially with him mentioned so much of the season, because it continues to look as if you know, basketball is just not, you know, his job is not number one, right? And I know a lot of people are gonna be, oh, his family is number one, and then yeah, we all agree about that. But you have a coach who's coaching in the same city, who's affected by the exact same thing, take a different approach. So I would have liked to see Kawhi take a different approach and continue his comeback, whatnot. Because we don't know how many games he's going to sit out. We don't know what has transpired to make him make that decision. But he's choosing away over playing a hell of a lot.
Think about if you're a teammate of his who also has family and stuff there, and you're still playing from his teammate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel if you're his teammate? You know what I'm saying? You haven't been here all year. You just came back with the ability to play, and now it just seems like you're looking for the first reason not to be here with us. Wow. And you're supposed to be the hope of the franchise. You're the one they signed and extended to be the hope of the franchise going forward. I just think, man, they made a bad decision, man. Like, I don't know. G, what say you, bro?
I don't understand the grace that Jerry Wren provides to this guy. All of the heat you throw upon Joel Embiid and Zion Williamson are definitely understandable. But Joel Embiid at least tries to play in the playoffs, even when he's injured.
Right.
You saying he don't? You saying he don't play?
The difference is Kawhi works his craft. Kawhi trains hard. Kawhi works and tries to get back. We have ton of evidence of Joel Embiid not taking his health seriously, not taking his weight seriously. Okay. We know about Zion. Zion is lazy.
Why back and health
try one iota to lose the weight
saying all of that,
and get down to a healthy weight.
He works on his craft and does all these things.
Kawhi puts in the work.
This was as of last year. Kawhi Leonard has played in only 56% of the Clippers. I ain't talking about the Spurs, who Dante can tell you what he missed with the Spurs.
Due to injury.
Okay, I get the Spurs said he wasn't injured, but that's neither here nor there.
And what Tony Parker and Manu said.
He played in 56% of his team's regular season games, missing 151 out of 344 games. That's a hell of a lot of games.
Stealing.
And when Tony Parker and them and Ginobili them had said that, I was initially like, they ain't as messed up, they would do that. But his injury patterns, his unwillingness to play, even in this situation,
Even
I
when
get it.
nicked up a little bit.
When you just barely nicked up, or you have this family issue going on, and I'm not taking nothing away about the storm, about the fire, the wildfires, the people losing their homes. I get it. But you, at some point, you owe the organization some level of commitment.
Damn.
You just got back after missing. We're not too far from the midway point of the season.
Right.
We're definitely over the third quarter, or the quarter mark of the season, or a third of the season has already been played. You have missed already, on top of what you missed last year and all of the years, the number of games I just said he missed. And you don't take at least the JJ Redick approach to try to still be with your team, try to be with your company. You want to take a leave of absence from the team.
And as a fan, it's frustrating because in the little time that he did play, you can see the difference in their team.
Which is why
damn better team.
Which is why I said in an episode that we didn't show from when we first got started with this podcast, Kawhi is fucking overrated.
Jerry?
The dude is definitely not overrated. He's prone to injury. He has a degenerative issue. It appears to be in both legs that prevent him from playing. But like I said, and I'll stay with this, that the difference between he and Zion and Embiid is that he's not the guy that's coming in into camp overweight. He's not the guy that's not working on his craft. He's not the guy that's backing down from the challenge when he's healthy on the court. When he has missed, he has been unable to play because of his injuries. I appreciated the fact that he was let go by the Olympic team, because I didn't see the sense of him and Joel Embiid even being there, seeing that they were the two most injury-prone players that were selected to go. I didn't think it made one bit of sense. So he got a chance to leave, and it was obviously due to injury, even though they said it wasn't. It was obviously due to injury. He needed more time, and he got the time. And it's just unfortunate. Like I said, I hope everything's well. I hope nobody in his family was injured. I hope he got everybody out, and that they were able to save whatever they could save. I wish them well on all of that. But I would have liked to see him take the same approach that the rest of the teammates are taking, as well as JJ Redick for the Lakers took. And we know he lost his home or some of his home or whatever. So I would have liked to have seen that. And yes, I would take Kawhi Leonard over a bunch of these dudes, even with the injuries, just like the same risk that the Clippers have taken. I probably only would have done it one time. I wouldn't have given him the extension, more than likely, if I were the owner of the team.
Hell no.
More than likely, I probably wouldn't have given him the extension, but I like his game. I think he's that much of a difference maker when he's healthy. So there's some nuance with him on your squad. But this is this is a lot, though.
I agree, bro. We'll see, man. Like I said, Clippers, like I said, I just think it affects the team at this point. I really had hopes for them that they could be, a 5-4 kind of seed. I don't see it with this team now. Like I said, I think something like this really has to impact the team, that you'll step away while we all still out here when we going through the same thing that you're going through.
They can stay top 5 or 6 if their best player wasn't James Harden. James Harden,
they can't stay top 5 or 6 because their best player won't play.
Right. That's true. But James Harden, to me, man, he chooses when and when not to play so much. It is so obvious that man, James Harden, with all the talent that he's had, for us to never see him come in shape and never work on his body to improve. I just don't know what to say about James Harden, because like I said, they could stay a top 5 or 6 team if he would just play hard every night, and he's not willing to do that. And it's definitely going to be compounded with Kawhi being away from the team. He's probably going to take the same approach that he did when Kyrie left the Nets, where he just didn't give a damn. He's not going to give his full effort. I've seen a couple of games where, he's not even the primary ball handler. You got your man Powell running the pick and roll. I'm like, I ain't never seen this dude run a pick and roll. That's crazy. So, I don't know what he got going on.
Well, that's our time for today. Thank y'all for joining us, Trash Talking with the Old Heads. Do not forget, on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Also got the Facebook page, got the Twitter. I keep saying Twitter. Got the X page as well, formerly known as Twitter. Thank y'all for all the support. On our way, rolling towards that 10,000 mark that we're trying to get to. Don't forget to hit the comment as well. When Greg chop it up, put these edits on there. Hey, please comment. We like getting into it with our fans. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind, because we say what the hell we want to say. Don't forget to hit the comments. Leave a comment. We'll definitely get back to you. One of us will, at least. You know what I'm saying?
And Kawhi is definitely overrated. Peace.
Peace.